10 Cats. She's out of the kitchen, Claudia Winkleman. Stand up, Mark Watson. And their team captain, Jason Manford. And facing them tonight, so good they named her once, Jamelia. Comedy pixie, Josie Long. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, Italians drink 14 billion espressos every year? It's amazing they're as lazy as they are. A hedgehog's heart beats 300 times a minute. Is there a car coming? Is there a car coming? Shit, there's a car coming. And 18% of men admit not noticing if a girl changes her hairstyle. I should explain to those men that a girl's hair is part of the blur above where her breasts are. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Jason, what have the nation been talking about?
It's got to be the Iran elections. What's his name? Where's my dinner, Dad?
That's a particularly northern take on that.
Is that what his name is?
Ahmadinejad.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's basically cheated, hasn't he? He's come in, he's now the boss, and they're saying he shouldn't be. It should be the other fella.
But also, there's a letter that's been going around. Musavi said that there's a proper letter that proves that he had won, but now people don't know whether it's
Well, you know what they should do? They should put it to the vote.
Iran does sound like a weird country. Imagine being able to choose your Prime Minister.
Musavi should have done what that little girl did on Britain's Got Talent. You know, when she got her song wrong.
Yeah.
He should have gone on Iranian television just gone, I should have won. And the Ayatollah should have gone, we don't know where we'll find it, but we'll find the time to have another election. Thank you.
I have sort of problems with Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, right? Because I totally disagree with pretty much everything he stands for, but he's a bit good-looking, and so it's like if you're reading the newspaper and then you see a picture of a really sexy rapist, and you're like... it's like, no, but you're like, oh.
In all honesty, I don't really get this Iranian election thing. I mean, I get that the guy cheated and all of that, but I just got something on Twitter. I remember, so once it's on Twitter, it must be serious, I think.
They've cut off the mobile phone, so you can't text or call in Iran at the moment because they're worried about the protesting. So everyone went on Twitter. And it actually became kind of a force for good rather than celebrity tittle-tattle for the day.
They've locked Facebook as well, haven't they? They're not allowed to go on Facebook, because Ahmadinejad accidentally put as his status is rigging the election, LOL.
I mean, I obviously don't follow Twitter.
You don't know what you're missing.
Where I live, there's a butcher's shop, and if I want to leave messages to any friends, I just walk up to it and I just huff on the window and write something there. And then if anyone wants to see it, they can just walk past and go, oh, Sean's got a big cock.
OK, let's see if the Iranian elections is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. Yes, this is the story that Ahmadinejad has claimed victory in the Iranian presidential election, the European Parliament, Junior MasterChef and Britain's Got Talent. Sean, Jamelia and Josie, what have the nation been talking about this week?
Madonna's been at it again. She's adopted another child, which is fantastic news for everybody. It is odd. It is odd she's able to adopt. She couldn't obviously adopt here because she's a single 50-year-old mother of 3 who works nights dancing in her pants.
If I could get adopted, I would get adopted by Billy Bragg. That's like my dream person to adopt me. If he's out there, just...
Do you have
I'm
parents?
like no trouble. Yeah, I've got parents. They're great.
Will they be watching this? Going, what, we haven't written enough protest songs. What do you want, love?
I would choose Adam Woodyard.
Wow, people
He's
have
my
actually got
favourite celebrity. I interviewed him once. He's #1, smiley. #2, charming.
This is Ian Beale we're talking about here.
#3...
She wants Ian Beale to be her dad.
He just seems... he's very friendly.
They're slagging Madonna off in the paper, like, but she's going to make this child's life better. I mean, I'm from Manchester, and I'm doing all right for myself, but even she would make my life better, you know, so...
Yeah, if Madonna offered to adopt me, even at this point, I'd consider it.
I'd say so.
Yeah. She's probably got things like a jacuzzi.
I wouldn't want to be adopted by Madonna, because, I mean, you would never see her, would you? I probably would see as much of Madonna as this little girl. Apparently they're going to teach her English, because she only knows hello and goodbye. That's all she needs. She goes, hello, Madonna. Oh, goodbye, Madonna. She's got a tannoy in her gym. She's on her exercise bike. She's just going, good night, kids. I love you. It's Madonna, by the way.
Let's have a look and see whether Madonna adopting a baby is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, this is the story that Madonna has adopted a second Malawian child. Already, Madonna's visit has passed into Malawian legend, specifically the legend of the scrawny witch that swoops down from the skies and steals children. Madonna had a very difficult delivery. She wasn't in and had to go down to the sorting office to pick it up. Jason, Mark and Claudia, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it Big Brother? It's the 10th series now, and I've always been a fan of Big Brother, but there's been a few points where I think even the voiceover bloke sounds like he's getting a bit bored. Yeah. So one day I just want to turn it on and go, dear whatever it is in a Big Brother house. One of them has said something that's upset the other one, but the other ones don't care.
Here's the thing, Davina, brilliant. The house, brilliant.
Who's your favourite housemate?
Well, then
the
problem is, then they fill the nice, lovely house with the cool sofa and the, oh, you can come over here and make a smoothie with twats.
Sorry, Shri is not a twat. No. Shri is amazing. He's obsessed by this girl. He's obsessed by Noreen. He's in the same house as her as he's obsessed by her, so it's come in really handy. It's a stalker's paradise.
Was he stalking her before the show? I mean, that's incredibly lucky. If you're stalking someone and you both end up in the Big Brother house.
There is some great bits in it, like when they were doing that dancing flower thing, Siavash said, oh, I wish we had a camera.
What gets me is that Big Brother, like, every year, it's like they're trying put, you know, wackier, weirder people in every year to make it more controversial. And I think that the only way, you know, it's only going to end up, you know, we're going to have, like, a killer. But no, not like an active killer, like someone who was a killer.
Well, I can tell you that Big Brother is not one of the most talked about things this week. Big Brother continues. Shri has been very touchy-feely with Noreen, who'd prefer him to be a bit more fucky-offy. Charlie, the former runner-up in Mr Gay UK, says he dreams about being in a boy band. Or having a boy band in him, he's not fussy. OK, Sean, Jamelia and Josie, what else have the nation been talking about?
Is it the British Airways? They're in trouble. They're in trouble. They've asked their staff to take a cut. In fact, apparently last month they lost 401 million. I'm not sure whether that's pounds or suitcases. But, they've actually asked their staff to work for a month for free. They've asked pilots to take a 2.6% pay cut.
If I was a pilot, I would take a pay cut on the condition that I could fly a bit worse.
Yeah.
Just like a bit worse. So I'd be doing fine and then just... fine.
I'd land short of the destination. That's what I'd do. 2.6% short of the destination.
I think Ryanair are actually ahead of you here.
The CEO says that he won't take his salary in July. Do you know how much his salary is just for July?
60 grand, isn't it?
£61,000. So, like, what I love is it's fine for him not to take it. I'll still have small men just licking my chin if I feel like it. And everybody else...
That is one of life's luxuries, to be fair. I heard that it's part of the unemployment figures, isn't it? The job centre and stuff are saying there's too many people applying for too fewer jobs, basically.
Yeah, well, this is part of the bigger story. There are over 2 million people unemployed in Britain.
Yeah.
But also, there's some statistic. I think McDonald's have turned down loads of people, but are still managing to employ, explain this to me, 140 people per day.
Yes, McDonald's receive 2,200 job applications every day.
McDonald's could easily employ loads more people by employing somebody to go on the second window at the drive-thru.
Yes.
There's nobody ever on that second window. First window, you pay your money. The last window, you collect the food. Why is there a second window? I always want to see Ronald McDonald on his fag break, just sat in there. Right, mate. See that Colonel? Tell him he's a prick.
Let's have a look and see if BA's pay cut and the unemployment problem is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, new unemployment figures were revealed this week. Gordon Brown is very worried that unemployment figures will rise again next year. They will, Gordon, by at least 1. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about?
That bloke that sneaked onto a bus and got into Sandhurst.
Yes.
He's an illegal immigrant and he sneaked in by hiding by a toilet in an army
From
bus.
Calais to Sandhurst for like 4 hours or whatever
He was going to do it on a mega bus, but he thought, I'm not that desperate.
I think he's from Afghanistan, isn't he?
Yes.
And he's on the Sandhurst... I didn't realise we had a Sandhurst bus. Were they out on a trip?
He'd hid in the toilet stairwell for like 4 hours, and then I thought, none of them went to the toilet in that whole time. Over 4 hours, the journey.
You know what he probably did? Was because they're officers, aren't they? He probably stood in the toilet with a bit of aftershave and a few mints. When they went down, said, would you like some aftershave, sir? Like a mint? They probably thought, oh, they probably have this in those toilets, don't they?
I presume this is what happened. There's loads of buses, loads of coaches, and he's gone, I'll get on that one, that's going to England, I'll sneak in the toilet there. And then he's got on it, and then he's looked up, and everybody's in the army. They're all in uniform. He must have been like, shit. He must be like the Afghan Mr. Bean, this bloke.
Let's have a look whether the stowaway from Afghanistan is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, an Afghan stowaway got into Britain by hiding on a coach bound for Sandhurst. The stowaway was spotted by one soldier, but at the end of the journey, none of the others had guessed what he'd spied with his little eye, beginning with an A. OK, one more thing to get fingers on buzzers.
I think it's the girl who said, yes, I'd like to be in the cabinet, called Kitty.
So this is Kitty Usher.
Yeah, so she brand new to the cabinet, was brought in, don't worry, this one, clean as a whistle, lovely, flipped her house, saved 17 grand, didn't think she'd bring it up during the interview. 10 days in, Telegraph, hello, we're gonna report what you've done. She resigns, but says it's not because of the 17 grand saving, it's because she can't do that job and be a mum.
That's exactly the story. Amazing. Fair play to you. Yeah, that was good.
You've nailed that.
I just think, like, if you're a politician and you've got... Maybe it's because I'm from Birmingham, I don't know. But if I've got access to all this free money, I'd probably fiddle.
That is because you're from Birmingham, yeah.
Are they actually taking anyone's personal money?
Yes, ours.
Yeah, ours.
I don't think you've ever paid any tax, Jamelia.
Yes, I have,
You ever wondered where that goes? Kitty Usher's back pocket.
The other thing I think is interesting about this was the fact that some of the claims were outrageous. People got very upset about them. There was the moat, which I thought was incredible, just claiming for a moat. How the look on the guy's face when he put that receipt in, he said, what's this? It's some moat. Remote? No, it's just a moat. Just a moat. And that's on his second home. If your second home is a castle, what's your first home? Like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory?
How can you be representing the people in your constituency if there's a bloody great ditch between you and them?
Well, hopefully they'll turn it from a luxury into a necessity in the coming weeks. Yeah. They march towards it with pitchforks.
I was disappointed with some of the amounts. Like, fair play to Kitty Usher. At least she went for it. 17 grand. If you're going to fiddle it properly. Not these people who went, oh, I got 75p back for a Scotch egg. You know what I mean?
One good thing that comes out of this, if you're walking down the street and you see an MP with a Kit Kat, you're entitled to just go off and break off a bit. I paid for this. Yeah, this is pepper in better with a pepper army because you can bend it over and then go too hot.
Well, let's have a look and see whether Kitty Usher's resignation is one of the most talked about things. Yes, this is the story. Treasury Minister Kitty Usher has resigned after being caught up in the expenses scandal. People shouldn't feel sorry for Kitty. She always lands on her feet. So those are the most talked about stories this week. And in other news, Andy Murray has won at Queen's Club. Andy Murray has such a warm, friendly, likeable personality that it must have been a difficult choice for him whether to pursue a career with a tennis racket or an abattoir bolt gun. And good news for Peter Andre. He's landed a Bollywood movie deal. He's going to be selling ice creams in the Mumbai Odeon. So at the end of that round, Sean, Jamelia and Josie have 2 points. Jason, Claudia and Mark have 3 points. Welcome back. to 8 out of 10 cats. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Jason, Claudia and Mark, what do you like the look of?
That naked man being rubbed.
You've chosen the man being massaged. Now, here is a clip to illustrate the question.
Oh. Now, you've heard of a Swedish massage and a nice, gentle aromatherapy massage, but have you ever heard of the river dance massage? Well, that's what we're going to do this morning.
Well, that is terrifying.
It really is, isn't it? If you're watching in Ireland, you should be ashamed.
Does it only work on dead people?
I like to play these arse cheeks like a bongo at the end.
OK, the question is, 52% of people would be willing to give a full-body massage to their best friend. True or false?
Depends who your best friend is, doesn't it? If your best
Yes,
friend's...
I think
you know.
yes. If your best friend goes, oh, I'm so achy,
Who's your best friend? Claudia, who's your best friend?
Vicky. And if she was very achy and she lied down, took her clothes off,
Yeah.
bring out the oils.
Oh, I haven't even thought of oils. Well done.
I definitely wouldn't let a friend do acupuncture on me.
The mistake with the full body, and they only make it once, is when they say, get undressed, and you do.
They don't actually mean...
They mean keep your boxers on. They actually mean... They don't say it, but... And I would say to anyone going for one, make sure you leave your boxers on, because if you're supposed to take them off, that's less embarrassing than if you're supposed to leave them on, isn't it? Yeah. Somebody walks in and goes, oh, you're supposed to take them off. You go, all right, what am I like? If you've got them off, they go, security.
OK, so what are you going to go for, true or false?
It depends how many men were asked, of course, but I think it's... You think true?
I think it could be true, to be honest.
Do you both think true? I think I'm going to overrule and say false.
But you're the captain. You're the captain.
I very rarely do it, guys, but
Do
I'm
it.
doing it this time.
OK, well, I can tell you the answer is true. Yes, 52% of people would be willing to give a full-body massage to their best friend. Unlucky Jason. My best friend gave me a full-body massage, and the only thing weird about it is the fact that my best friend is a transsexual Estonian hooker working out of a hotel in Gatwick. Sean, Josie and Jamelia, what do you like the look of?
Birmingham's got to be. And it better not be anything bad.
No, it's nothing bad about Birmingham.
Well, what's going to happen if it is? What are you going to do?
I'm going to
You're
beat
gonna
him
attack
up. Yeah, I'm going to attack him.
Let's pick Birmingham and hope it's bad.
Birmingham is a shithole. Why? No, it's not that. You've chosen Birmingham. OK. 25% of people from the Midlands have used what to seduce someone?
Well, it's not their accent, is it?
It's probably...
Let's be honest.
I've used that sexy Midlands twang.
How can you say that?
How do you think people seduce?
Seduce?
How would you seduce someone? Would you wear, like, some sort of cerise boob tube? Sold.
You're such an idiot.
Yeah, it's all very funny, but you don't have to live with this sexual tension.
In Birmingham, everyone like smiles at each other and they say hello, even if you don't know each other.
You're painting Birmingham to be something that it really isn't.
It is. It really.
Sound like Venice.
I swear,
suppose,
people do like smile at each other. But then when I first came to London, I did that, and they were kind of like looking at me like I was a weirdo.
I had the same thing, Jamelia, actually, coming down from the north. I remember getting to Euston, and there was a fella reading, I think it was Da Vinci Code at the time. It was before it, kicked off into the big success, and I sort of wandered over and I said, oh, is it any good, that? I've been fancying read it. He looked at me like I went, hey, mate, can I have a little tickle of your bollocks? Is that... I was asking about the book.
Is it singing?
Singing? It's not singing.
Is it hover boots? You comments, oh, look at me!
I'll give you a clue. It's something that I would associate with doing with your family.
Oh, Pictionary.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
What?
No, I'll give you that.
Really? It's Pictionary?
25% of people from the Midlands have used a board game to seduce someone.
That's amazing.
I think the idea of that is that you get someone so bored that they go, oh, go on, have a crack. Other successful seduction techniques in the West Midlands include wearing trousers, having a van with its own mattress, and not having sick down your shirt. So at the end of that round, it's 2 points for Sean's team and 4 points to Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Top thing we learn from our dads.
It's mostly sayings. My dad, you know, I think that's what most people learn from dads. Very, like, you know, you say, you can't make an omelette. Very pessimistic man, my dad.
How to read? My dad taught me how to read by reading Benji the Squirrel.
You can't read.
Only
show
just.
off.
Only just.
Benji the Squirrel. What,
Benji
go on,
the Squirrel.
Go on, prove it. What happens in the end?
OK, well, he gets the nut.
Is it not... No matter what time I get up, it'll always be afternoon? Like, no matter what time, you'll always be after your dad. It'll be like, afternoon, son.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
Even at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's like, it's half eight, Dad. Afternoon. I've only been to the shop, got the papers.
I remember when I was about 12 or 13, friends are very important to you, and my dad had 4 kids, whatever. I remember thinking, you never see his friends, because he's just busy, he's working busy. I said to him, Dad, where are all your friends? He said, well, they're doing exactly the same as me. He said, they're sitting down after a hard day's work, having a whiskey and answering stupid questions.
Top thing we learned from our dads. I think it's quite an obvious one. Go on, have a...
Is it DIY?
Correct. The right answer. Yes, the top thing we learned from our dads is DIY. Every Sunday morning you could hear my dad banging away in vain, trying to coax some life out of the old boiler. And then he'd give up, go upstairs and fuck my mum. Women's dream way to be proposed to.
I think girls like to be proposed to in bed.
No.
In bed? After I just apologise and try and move on.
No, I think almost during.
During?
Hello.
Wow.
Really? I haven't got time.
Is it on Trisha? That's my dream way.
That would
Because then
be.
you can ask for a DNA test straight away. And you can ask for, like, a lie detector and all that.
But if you're proposing to someone, a DNA test would be to find out whether they're the same species.
Is it outside Yates's? and you're holding her hair as she's having a little bit of a sick.
Again,
There's some places in Manchester where if you did that, you'd be quite the David Niven.
I didn't take any risks when I proposed. I put a note up the cat's arse. And when it went into the kitchen, I thought she'd go, what's that in the cat's arse? Will you marry? It's a bit smudged here.
I like the way that my husband proposed to me. Like, he proposed in front of people. I honestly think I probably would have said no if it was just like me and him. I'm going to actually try and answer the question. I'm just thinking, like, girly girls, probably, like, on bended knee at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
I'll give you that for the Paris, because women's dream way to be proposed to is actually on a romantic holiday. I thought it would be romantic to take my girlfriend back to where we first met, but she said, "Don't make me go back there, Mr. Jimmy. I cook, I clean, I'll be better." Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Jamelia and Josie have 4 points, Jason, Claudia and Mark have 4 points. It's a dead heat. Everyone's a winner. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.